Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I'm just a little bit early this morning on my 8:30 live, so I'm just giving people a chance to get in there and readjust my camera and all that good stuff. So I'm going to make sure I got volume and share it over to Facebook. So bear with me. Okay, let me go there. Okay, so we got volume. That's good, huh? That's always a good thing. Click on my link and save that. That's the same old baloney every morning when I go live. Ay, 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 ay. Let me close out that. It's Keto Cafe. Yes. Yes. Live. Chat live. It's kind of a lousy thumbnail, huh, guys? I'll just have to leave it for now and change it later. I don't know why sometimes like when I go to change my thumbnail that it gives me like a lousy thumbnail for some reason on there. I think it's just because the way it uploaded, maybe perhaps. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're here. I guess I don't have to live with it for now. Okay, so I get the chat going. So if you want to ask me any questions, I can be glad to answer any good questions for you guys. And let me close out Amanda and go back to my live. Refresh the page. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're here. So hi guys, and welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share it, like, and smash the subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And always, is before we get started, I am not a doctor. Did not make any medical claims. This is always based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first. And welcome to Tuesday morning live chat with Ron. If you got anything you want to ask me, feel free. And I'm here. I just let's talk a couple different things, but I gotta have a little sip of my coffee here. Be kind. See that? Always be kind, guys, right? So Donna's got another appointment coming up tomorrow there just for a blood pressure check, and this is kind of an easy one. And then another infusion shot next Monday, and good to go for the month there. And it's kind of been a really hectic month for her and I. And again, 14 doctor appointments is a lot, and plus the two ER visits less than a week apart from each other. So we went through a little bit of a rough spell, and but she's getting better. She feels really good now, and hopefully once they get the levels back up to over 10, where they should be with the infusion shots there, hopefully at some point we can just get down to one a month there. But so far it hasn't happened yet. So that's what the always been the plan right along. Now, I just wanted to say smile, relax, and you made it another day, and I would encourage you to just keep struggling along like I'm doing. And yeah, so it's been really good. I went walking yesterday. I did a 4-mile walk yesterday in the old neighborhood. I went down to what's called French Hill in that city of Leominster. Took a lot of great photographs, and I wanted to talk about something. So yesterday at the 3-mile marker, when I was on 7th Street, which is the street I grew up on, I kind of like needed to just sit down and take a break and just sit down and, reflect back in the neighborhood and think back, all the good times we had and some bad times, but the good always weighs the bad. So the nice Spanish guy came out of the house and was talking to me for quite a while yesterday morning. And then his daughter came over and talked to me, and he saw that I had my head slouched over and I was I had a damn towel, and my head was all sweaty and everything, and I was wiping my sweat off and stuff like that, and I was just resting and just thinking back. And he came out, talked to me for a good half an hour, and then his daughter came over from across the street. She talked to me a little bit, and but he just wanted to make sure that I was okay, and I just just tell him, yeah, I was fine. And I've been like yesterday I went out for 4 miles, and I was kind of like really just reflecting back on my childhood, and it was kind of really great going back to the old neighborhood. Let me go check and make sure Donna can get my video, because she's online too. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so she's online. I don't know why your chat doesn't show up over here on the live. Show more. I don't get it, but it is what it is. I guess maybe you got to change the settings. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. I don't know why that happens, but we're just gonna get credit for the watch hours. So speaking of watch hours, yeah, thank you for all your new subscribers. We picked up 8 new subscribers last night on Ron's Keto. We have over. Let's see. Let me go and check on my watch time hours. I have 24. Let's say go to Earn YouTube Studio. So I get there 1838 subscribers. We picked up 8 new subscribers last night. If I go to where it says Earn, we have 2,434 watch time hours. So we're doing phenomenally well there. We're picking up about 12 new almost 12 watch time hours almost every night. So I can't thank all you guys and gals enough. And if you want to go into one of my videos or my playlists, like my Shapper playlist, kind of like run it for me to help me out on my watch time hours, be most grateful. I have updated reports. You can go to that one. And yeah, so it's going along really good. Again, we're still looking for a job. You got to be the right fit for me. I went to a company last week. Oddly enough, I was working for the company in that building there for 10 years, and they switched names to another cable company. But they make plexiglass over there. From what I remember from back in 2020, they had donated some to the city hall and to the city of Leominster, and I was there filming it for them and putting it all together in the video for the studio at the time. And so got a good idea how that company puts everything together. But I'm gonna try to get a hold of them later today and see if they'll get me in there for an interview and see what happens out of that. And because I'm still looking for the perfect job for me, which is, I'm looking actually for about maybe 20 hours a week part-time. But if I can get full-time, but they would have to help me out with the appointments. But, I was talking to the secretary that worked in the main office. She said that probably shouldn't be a problem with the company. But, you never know how they feel. And it all depends on how desperate they are to help or hire. I did have a company call me up yesterday. They wanted to hire me for the Worcester area, but it would have been traveling every day 2 hours, and that's tacking on like 10 hours. If it's an 8-hour shift, it would have been tacking on 10 hours. So I just said, no, I don't want to travel that far, and I don't want to, 40 miles outside the city. It's not worth my time to travel. But something will come along my way. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I want to encourage you guys to just keep getting out there and do the best you can. We're struggling a little bit, but we're holding our own. I loaded up on my meat supply when I get that one and only check from that company. So we're good to go to at least the middle part of August. Now, this coming Saturday, we have the Starburst. What Starburst is they present the Citizens of the Year Award, the awards, and they do fireworks, and they have a lot of great music and vendors Saturday night. The weather looks fantastic, so I'm looking forward to going to that. My sister's supposed to be coming down from Newton, and then that's up in the Boston area, and she's going to be, giving me something for my birthday. She usually gives me a couple of scratch tickets, something like that, and I'll film out the fireworks, and yeah, and then my birthday's August 1st, which is coming up pretty fast, and wanting to make I'll have something going on live on my birthday, August 1st. So I just wanted to welcome to make it. How you been doing? I'm doing okay. Donna's doing okay. We have one more appointment with her tomorrow, and then another one next week, and then yeah. So just going over some stuff there. I went walking yesterday, and I did 4 miles of walking in the old neighborhood that I grew up on when I was a kid. And what I could remember of all the great times that I had when my mom was alive and my dad, and when they were actually together as a husband and wife, and the grandparents that I had. Uh, the old house that I grew up on, and when I was a kid, my grandfather originally bought that land, and he had a house built, and then he kind of like he dug out a cellar. My aunt told me at one point, and when my mom and dad got married, they bought that particular house back in the 60s, and we moved over there back in the 60s, and we stayed there almost to the early 70s. And then we ended up moving because my mom couldn't afford the mortgage at the time with 4 kids. And it just brought back a lot of great memories going back and visiting the old neighborhood. And I don't know if you ever do that, Tamika, but it's just fun going back and just, you know, visiting, have reflecting back and, what could have been, and all that stuff. So my mom ended up selling it to a GI that got retired from the military after 20 years. And he ended up eventually selling it, I believe, to his family. And they kept it. They did a lot of upgrade to the house since they originally bought it back in the 70s. And it's quite a dramatic change. And I found some old photographs that my Uncle Paul had taken in the 1940s and 50s and even the 1930s. So back around that time frame, my uncle got involved with photography, and he went to photography school, and then he went to the military in Korean War era, and then he took photography in that area. And I got a lot of his photos. Maybe I should put some of them up in the video later on down the road. But I noticed he was in the back of one of those military planes that did bombing exercises, and he had his box camera set up, and he was taking photography of that and some of the planes and all that stuff. And so I'll probably maybe think, like I said, put something together in a video for you guys, for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, it's quite something. And so and of course he was a local photographer, and he did weddings and stuff like that. And my cousin many years ago gave me all the those photos from his collection. And I was fortunate enough to have a high-end scanner, and I scanned them all. And it must have been about maybe it says 800. I'm going to say about maybe 2,000 photographs. They're all in these little small, little square, little tiny negatives that were like all black and white. And he had them well cataloged, but when I got the whole box, the box just broke apart on me, and some of them I lost the sequence of where they belonged to. But I eventually figured it all out, and in fact, I even came up with it. He even took photography of my mom's wedding when they got married in the 1950s, and I saw photographs that I never saw before. And then I started sharing out the wedding photographs on social media, Facebook, and we would make contact with the family members that never saw those photographs. And what was really cool about it, that the local newspaper got a hold of the story, and they came down and they interviewed me. And I thought maybe they were going to give me a small little write-up in the paper, but they gave me the full front page and the full back page of a write-up. So I thought that was really cool that they at least acknowledged me for doing that. And for being part of the historical commission at the time. Now I'm still involved with the organization, but I don't go down there as much because it gets on my nerves, and I just I whatever I can do there, I can do here, and unless they really need me for a project, I just as soon take a break from it. But yeah, so when I went walking yesterday, I was resting, and at that point, I had 3 miles of walking in me, and I was just dilly-dallying yesterday, taking photos of streets and buildings and brooks and flowers and inanimate objects and stuff like that, and even sky colors and the clouds, and all kinds of good stuff, and anything unusual I see when I'm walking and talking to people on my way in my journey, and like I did yesterday. And so I'm sitting down, and a nice Spanish guy came out of the house. He just wanted to make sure I was okay. And then, I was just telling him about my history living there and my weight loss and all that. And so they're really nice people. And so please, don't bash them all the time. Like, I see a lot of people do. There's a few crap heads, I guess, in every culture. Some that think they're better than anybody else, and we have the ones, and I'm sure you have them in your area, Tamika, where they love to crank up their radios in the car with these big, humongous speakers in the back of the cars, and the whole street is vibrating because you can hear the music blasting away, which I don't even call music really. It just seems like the same old tom tom beat, like the Indians on a warpath. So, but we have that in our city, and you know, uh, the mayor's mentioned it about the many times about the ordinance, the city ordinance. And they actually can pull a car over and give them a $500 fine, but they don't force it, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. And as many times as I complain, it get to a point where I just don't complain no more, and they just deal with it. But yeah, I'm having a good week. I'm down to 248 pounds this morning. I feel really good about that, and I'm fitting into smaller clothes again. And August 1st is my birthday. We're going to go live that night, probably around 6 or 7 o'clock. That's on a Thursday night. And I'll probably make a birthday cake or something like that for you guys for low carb weight loss. And oh, yeah. And they sent out for QVC this past Sunday. They had it. The special of the day there, which is they had a Ninja ice cream maker. So I sent out the ice creamy, they call it, but anyways, they sent out for it. And the reason why I sent out for it is because it came with 4 extra ice cream things. Now, normally, I think it just comes with 1 container, but it came with 4 extra ones. And it was a special value of the day where I got it on Easy Pay. And it's a purple one. And they had all kinds of different colors, and many of them got sold out. But I got in early enough to where I actually went online and I just ordered it. So when I get that out, so what you do is you make your ice cream mixture and you put it in your container, and then you freeze it overnight. Then you take it out of the freezer and you let it thaw out for about 10 to 15 minutes, just a little bit. And then you put it in underneath your blade, and anyways, it goes down and it mixes up your ice cream, and you can make a soft serve ice cream, and you can make all kinds of different variety of ice creams. And some of the videos that I've been watching on it, she told me that the biggest thing about these ice cream makers is make sure you follow the recipe if you want the authentic recipe of that. Now, many of those regular ice cream videos that I've seen, I'm converting them. I could convert them over to low carb for me and make a regular one for my wife. And so that'll be a whole new video coming up when I get the ice cream maker going. And yeah. So I'm still looking for a job. I'm going to be contacting a company that I used to work for. It's a different company name now, but it's basically the same company that makes the same type of product. And when I went down there last Friday, she said they are hiring for all 3 shifts. But I tried uploading in my application to them a couple of times, and I'm getting an error message on my resume file. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. Maybe they can help me out with that, or when I called them up later this morning, maybe they could just call me in for a job interview at some point, and maybe I can get something out of there. And it's got to be the right fit there, because I thought to myself, I goes, what, that other job, they wouldn't have kept me anyways, because of the fact is, Donna had 14 appointments this month with the 2 coming up. And I goes, how the heck would they wouldn't have allowed me to take off 14 straight days like that on a new hire like that they wouldn't have been able to keep me there. So it was a right call to leave the company. And I just couldn't do it because it was too much heavy lifting for me. 30-pound gallons of paint, and you're doing 2 in a box, and, loading up 15 orders into your van, and they're going to the deliveries, and then carrying them to those places and putting them up on the loading docks. And it was too ridiculous. And I goes, if people can do that for a living, God bless you, but I couldn't. And then I had the another job offer there. They wanted me to, and I called the guy up, and he goes, well, good hours for me. And he goes, yeah, well, can you lift 80 pounds? I goes, why, what's the 80 pounds consist of? Cement bricks. Apparently it was a concrete company where they make bricks, and they make cement blocks. And you got to pull them off the conveyor belt that's coming off in the machine. You got to stack them on a pallet, and you got to strap up the pallet, and then get on a forklift and, set it wherever they go. And I goes, no, I can't do that. And I wouldn't do that even if I was healthy and in my 20s. I said, bull crap with that. I goes, you couldn't pay me enough money to do that job It's almost as bad as the other day. I was driving by one of my streets there. They go on quite often, and they were paving one side of the road, and they were laying down the hot tar going across. So they had one guy sitting on the end of the truck with the roller on top of the truck, and then they had about a half a dozen guys with a rake, and then they had another truck over there that was dropping the hot tar, and these guys were scraping the paint, making it nice and smooth, and then the roller would go over it, and then they had a police detail on both ends of where they were working on. So they must have had about 2 or 3. Yeah, I could have even gotten a job like that for the summer, just standing there watching that. But I don't want to stand up all day. So, especially being in the hot sun. So they kind of can work basically in all kinds of weather and stuff like that. So when they lay out the flat tar, then the roller comes by and rolls it flat. But before they even do all this, they dig up the street and they replace any water mains that need to get replaced. And so that's one stretch that they did. Now, last year when I was driving on that stretch there, I called up the city hall and I was complaining about the puck holes there in our city because we get rough winters. It was quite a few of them. So I called them up and they say, hey, can we get a work order and to get this done when you guys get a chance? And less than a week later, they had the puck holes replaced. And then I knew over the last couple of years that road was really rough. And sure enough, and now they're actually starting to do something about it, which is good because, and I don't know about your city or where you guys live. Our roads are always really, there'll be anywhere from a dozen to 24 different projects going on in all the streets that they're really bad. And that they do replace all the grates and everything underneath and all new water lines if they need it, and repave the roads. And I'm fortunate enough to live in a city that takes care of the streets, and kudos to our mayor and the grants that we get for our city. And so we got Starburst coming up Saturday. I'm going to be filming that, like I said. And today I'm having kibasi today in the air fryer, just a really simple meal. I did make another recipe that I put up that'll be premiering Sunday. And what that recipe is mozzarella balls. I was going to make mozzarella pops, pizza pops, but I made them a little bit too big for the pizza pops, so made it into balls, like meatballs. So what I did was I took a cup of mozzarella cheese, a cup of almond flour, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and a half a teaspoon of bacon powder, and then two tablespoons of cream cheese. I melted the cheeses together in the microwave, and then I popped them out of the microwave. I added it to the potted stuff along with an egg. I combined it all together, and then I took an ice cream scoop and I put a little oil on my hand because it was really sticky. And then I was rolling them into like meatballs. I got 7 meatballs, and then I took a little bit of marinara sauce from the Reyes Pizza sauce, and I put that in the middle. And they came out really, really good. And I baked it off at 350, like for about 8 minutes. And I was really keeping an eye on the baking time because you don't want to burn anything. And so when I popped it out, I left it in for a couple more minutes, and then it was nice and golden brown at the bottom, and they browned up nicely at the top. And they were just like cheese and almond flour in the middle, and they came out really good. I plan on making that again, but it took less than 10 minutes to make, and 20 minutes total time. And the carb count was really, really low. And when I walked 3 miles yesterday, I noticed 2 also, actually 4 miles. I got home yesterday, and then Coach Donna and I went out yesterday afternoon. We did a small grocery order at the Market Basket, and now I tacked on another mile there. So when I got home yesterday after I ate, my heart was racing like a mile a minute. I said, oh, my God. So then I laid down and popped out on the bed for about an hour or two, and I fell asleep, took a nap. And then last night I slept so good. I goes, that's the great thing about walking, guys. When you go out walking, you feel so good. Another thing what's going on with me is that all that weight loss I have been having over the last 4 years, I don't have any more problems sleeping. I don't have sleep apnea anymore. I don't have GERD, acid reflux. That all went away. My lipidemia went away in my right leg. That's back to normal. And the eczema that I had in a couple parts of my body were really bad. That all went away. With any medication that I was on, I don't take any more medication at all. I've been feeling really good, and I just can't thank everybody enough for coming in and supporting me. I just really... I've been really good, and I can't thank God enough there for like I said, every day I get up is an adventure. I hope today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today, and that's the approach that I'm taking in life right now. I'm not taking anything for granted anymore. Just I'm seeing some of my friends dying before me, and when I go on to the celebrities and all those people that we grew up watching them on television in the movie theaters dying and everything like that, I go, well, how lucky am I to live at my age and be with my wife, the same person for 43 years now. And of course, now we got the cat, and yeah, he's been really great, and he's been settling down a lot. I just kind of wish I could get him to get his nails cut this month, and I can't do it the next month. So, but it's okay. We'll just go another extra week there without chipping his nails. I could cut him, but I don't feel comfortable cutting the cat's nails. I'm afraid if I clip him too close, he won't. I might hurt him, and I don't want to hurt him. And yeah, so I'm gonna finish up my coffee. I'm gonna go walking somewhere this morning. It's kind of like a drizzle rain. We had some thunderstorms that moved in early this morning. It's been very warm and humid. We got some more. The Colonial Band tonight. They'll probably wind up moving that into the City Hall again tonight, and it's probably about it. So I'm gonna be doing some more recipes. Got another shuffle recipe coming up on noontime, and I tried to load up that Fitchburg parade. I might have to reload it again there, but it runs about an hour. So that give me another hour of watch time video. They might flag me a little bit for some copyright, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, you guys have an amazing day. And if you come into my chat, say hi and say, Ron, I saw your video late. And, I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm glad Donna's doing okay. And it's been really good. So just thank you enough for that. And at some point we'll be monetized. Yeah, I know one quick thing there. I hope Anne-Marie comes back pretty soon. We haven't seen her in about 6 weeks. I know she said she wanted to take some time off, but I miss doing those game nights that she used to play, and some of the afternoon videos that she used to do when she did live cooking for us, and just sharing her life with us. After a while, it probably just got too monotonous, and again, sometimes we all just need breaks still. So, anyways, have a great day, guys. Talk to you in the next one. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Enjoy your day.